Every single day, we interact with thousands of objects that were carefully engineered by professional designers. From the cars we drive to the buildings we live in, everything is supposed to make our lives easier. But occasionally, highly paid professionals make mistakes that defy all human logic. These aren't just minor visual glitches or cheap manufacturing errors. These are fundamental architectural and engineering blunders that completely break the functionality of the object. They leave you staring in absolute disbelief, wondering how anyone actually approved the final blueprint. Today, we are counting down 5 of the absolute worst design flaws that make zero sense. Our first stop takes us directly to the heart of London, England, at 20 Fenchurch Street. This 37-story skyscraper is famously nicknamed the Walkie-Talkie Building due to its unique shape. It was designed by a world-renowned architect and cost over $200 million to construct. But the designers made a catastrophic geometric mathematical error regarding the building's massive curved facade. The concave glass structure acts exactly like a giant, city-sized magnifying glass under the sun. It channels and focuses a massive beam of intense, concentrated sunlight directly onto the streets below. During the hot summer months, this solar beam caused temperatures on the pavement to skyrocket. The intense heat ray literally began melting the plastic body panels of luxury cars parked nearby. Local shop owners reported that the beam was so hot it actually caused doormats to catch fire. Journalists even flocked to the street to successfully fry eggs in a frying pan using only the light. The building owners were forced to spend millions installing permanent, non-reflective sunshades over the glass. It stands as a permanent reminder of how a sleek aesthetic choice can accidentally build a weapon. Next up is a tech design choice that continues to infuriate millions of office workers daily. Tech giant Apple is globally famous for prioritizing clean lines and beautiful, seamless product ergonomics. When they released the Magic Mouse 2, users praised its smooth glass surface and gesture controls. But when the internal battery finally dies, the illusion of perfect design completely shatters. Instead of placing the charging port at the front of the mouse like every other brand, Apple decided to embed the Lightning charging port directly into the absolute bottom of the device. This means that to plug it in, the mouse must be flipped entirely on its back. It looks like a dead, helpless insect sticking its legs up into the air while it charges. Because of this placement, it is physically impossible to use the mouse while it is plugged in. If your mouse dies in the middle of an urgent work deadline, your computer is instantly bricked. You are forced to walk away and wait for your expensive peripheral to finish its awkward nap. It remains one of the most baffling examples of form winning over basic human function. Urban planners love bragging about eco-friendly infrastructure and brand new, dedicated bicycle lanes. But sometimes, the department painting the lines has absolutely no communication with the construction crew. If you liked this video so far, please press the like button and subscribe in the channel to never miss a breakdown. Because across various cities worldwide, there are countless examples of what can only be called hostile infrastructure. In one famous European design fail, a freshly painted bike lane guides riders straight toward a cliff. The lane travels smoothly down a hill and then instantly terminates into a vertical metal guardrail. Another classic blunder features bike lanes that are routed directly through public bus stops. Cyclists traveling at high speeds are forced to dodge pedestrians stepping blindly off the city bus. In certain American suburbs, bike lanes are squeezed into gaps less than 12 inches wide. It forces riders to balance on a tightrope while massive semi-trucks roar past inches away. These lanes exist purely so city politicians can check a box, completely ignoring actual human safety. Travel can be incredibly exhausting, and there is nothing better than a hot shower after a long flight. But modern hotel designers have turned a simple everyday task into a high-stakes puzzle game. Instead of classic, intuitive knobs labeled clearly with red for hot and blue for cold, they install sleek, abstract silver cylinders that feature absolutely no text or indicators. To make matters worse, you often have to stand completely inside the shower enclosure just to turn it on. You pull the mysterious lever, expecting a gentle stream, but instead unlock a chaotic engineering trap. The handle requires you to twist it in 3 dimensions while simultaneously pushing it backward. Before you can figure out the secret code, you are instantly blasted by ice-cold Arctic water. You panic and turn it slightly to the left, which immediately turns the stream into scalding steam. It requires an advanced engineering degree just to bathe yourself without getting first-degree burns. Public spaces are meant to be welcoming areas where citizens can sit down, rest, and relax. But modern industrial designers have pioneered a dark movement known as hostile architecture. Benches are no longer built for comfort, they are explicitly engineered to be as painful as possible. Many modern transit stations now feature benches that tilt forward at a sharp 30-degree angle. There is no flat surface to sit on. You are forced to constantly push back with your legs just to avoid sliding off. Other public benches are intentionally divided by massive, unmovable metal armrests every 12 inches. This design is specifically created to prevent unhoused individuals from ever lying down to sleep. But it also means a parent cannot lay their tired child down, and larger individuals cannot sit comfortably. Some cities have gone so far as replacing benches entirely with cold, narrow metal leaning bars. You can't relax, you can't rest your feet, and you are treated like an inconvenience by your own city. It is design used as a psychological weapon, creating cities that actively despise their own populations. Finally, we look at the modern economy airplane seat, a place where space is already an absolute luxury. Airlines have slowly stripped away every comfort, but the final insult is the redesigned seatback pocket. Older airplanes featured loose, expandable fabric pouches that could easily hold a book, a laptop, and a jacket. But modern industrial engineers replaced them with rigid, hard plastic netting pinned tightly to the frame. This new design has absolutely zero elasticity or depth to give. If you try to slide a standard reusable water bottle inside, it violently protrudes outward. The hard plastic shell instantly digs directly into your kneecaps for the entire duration of a 6-hour flight. And because the mesh is incredibly stiff, reaching your hand to the bottom is an agonizing experience. The tight plastic grid scrapes against your knuckles like a cheese grater just to retrieve your headphones. It is a design flaw optimized entirely to save fractions of an ounce of weight for the airline, while ensuring every single paying passenger is as physically miserable as possible. These mind-boggling flaws prove that high corporate budgets don't always equal smart thinking. What is the absolute worst design flaw you have ever encountered in your normal everyday life? Is it an unreadable building sign or a door handle that requires you to push when it says pull? Let us know your favorite design disaster story in the comments section down below. And hit that subscribe button to explore more crazy world facts with us at the World Facts channel.